I thought you two were really clicking lately. What made Blair do such a sudden about-face?
Well, a quick little visit, little face-to-face with Dorian. She gave her the Todd the Monster pitch, you know. Blair's got all her lawyers lined up to start the divorce dance again.
I'm sorry. Well, I specialize in criminal law, but I'll represent you in the divorce trial, if that's what you're asking.
Are you up for a custody battle, too?
Well, it'd be my first, but I'm game. From what I've seen, you've been nothing but wonderful 2- and 4-star through a critical period of her life.
Sound like you're already on the stand.
Might as well get started. You're no easy sell to a judge. And it'll only get worse if Bo goes public with his questions about you and the Armitage bombing.
Not an issue. I can fix public opinion. I own a newspaper, right?
Then you'd better fire up a few glowing editorials.
Oh, my wonderful friend, I could never repay you for everything that you've done for me. So, why not tack on one last tiny little favor? A stroke?
She was brought in with all the indications.
Paralysis, aphasia?
Both. She couldn't move her left side or speak.
Oh, good God.
Where is she now?
She's undergoing a CAT scan. We've already run an EKG on her.
Well, what are Blair's chances of pulling through?
Well, it's difficult to say, really. The CAT scan and EKG results ought to give us a clearer picture as to Mrs. Manning's prognosis and possible treatment.
I saw her just this morning. She looked radiant.
Is there any way of pinpointing what caused it?
No, not really. The blood clot might have formed during or as a result of her accident or perhaps during the subsequent surgeries. We just don't know. Excuse me. I have to go and check on the patient.
Yeah. Thank you, Doctor.
She's wrong.
What?
I know exactly what caused Blair's stroke. Todd.
Paranoid, sociopathic, even evil incarnate. But he can't cause a stroke. Any more than I can hit a grand slam off of Roger Clemens.
You're wrong. He did cause the stroke. See, Blair confronted him about having blown up Guy Armitage and then trying to frame Patrick. She told him she absolutely wanted to have a divorce. Well, Todd probably started foaming at the mouth and threatening to take away custody of Starr, and that no doubt drove Blair's blood pressure way up high, dislodged a clot, and clogged an artery.
Well, that's a nifty scenario. Can you tell me how Blair got hold of that little nugget about Patrick being set up by Todd?
That rumor is all over town.
You told her, didn't you?
No, I had to. I mean, Todd had just visited her. He'd doing his world-famous do-gooder daddy act with all his favorite props, you know, fabulous gifts galore and little star in hand. I couldn't let him pull the wool over her eyes yet again.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure she'll be very grateful.
What? Are you inferring that I'm somehow responsible for Blair's condition?
You dropped a bombshell, Dorian.
That is a hideous thing to say.
Well, I call him like I see him, lady. Somebody in your life has to. You're the one who told me Blair is too fragile to take any more shocks. Well, while I'm still stepping on some toes, stop blaming Todd and start concentrating on helping Blair. God knows she'll need it if she's permanently impaired.
Mrs. Lord, have you notified Mr. Manning about your niece?
No, I have not, and I do not intend to. She specifically said, just moments before her stroke, that she wanted to have no contact with him whatsoever.
Oh, that may be, but he's still listed as our next of kin. He needs to be here.
Is Blair that badly off?
Yes, her condition is critical. The CAT scan confirmed the diagnosis. Now, I have a treatment that I would like to propose, but we cannot proceed without Mr. Manning's permission.
Permission from the man she loathes, whom she's in the process of divorcing? That's absolutely absurd.
It is. that Todd needs to be called, that that's what needs to be done.
Who's stopping her?
Well, there's no stopping me now. Just a little community service and that pesky little fine, and the door to the mayor's office is wide open. I thought I'd kick off my campaign at the picnic tomorrow by sponsoring a booth offering free ice cream to the children.
Whose parents vote?
Yeah.
What was that last tiny little favor you needed? You wanted to come in here and yak everybody's ear off?
Well, no, I just thought you might want to underwrite the cost of the booth, but I guess today's not a good day to ask.
Blair wants a divorce and custody of Star.
You have been nothing but nurturing to that little Star and unfailingly supportive to Blair. I don't know how she could turn on you like this.
Guess it runs in the family.
Well, I just came out of the courthouse. I'd be more than happy to step back in and testify on your behalf if it would help.
Thank you.
Just a sec. Your image could use a little sweetening, especially now that Dorian will no doubt raise a stink about you. Why not foot the bill for Alex's booth and the fireworks display, too, while you're at it?
Oh, is there anything else?
Well, there is that pesky $5,000 fine.
Fine, call my accountant, give him a number, he'll cut you a check. Hello.
Mr. Manning, this is Dr. Gold from Philadelphia General. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. Your wife has had a stroke.
What?
Yeah, she's critically ill. Now, there is a treatment available, but I need your permission to... Not an injury. But he is on his way.
Todd, what's wrong?
Blair just got a lot sicker.
Those are great.
What the hell are you doing here?
Praying that the damage you've done doesn't prove to be fatal.
All right. Blair was on the phone with Dorian when she had the stroke.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Monster.
Listen to me.
Wait.
Mr. Manning, I am very glad to see you. We've got to move quickly, so let me update both of you
Oh,
on...
no. She doesn't hear a word. I'm the next of kin, and she's nothing. Get her the hell out of here.
I have every right to be part of this consultation.
You don't have squat.
I am family, a blood relative. Besides which, I have Blair's full power of attorney over all her financial and legal matters.
Tony, go take a long walk off a short pier.
Please, we cannot afford to waste any time.
Would you just listen to the doctor?
Look, she doesn't go anywhere near Blair, all right? Because Blair didn't just have a stroke. She got one. From you.
Me?
Yeah, you. You knew she was too shaky for your damn mind games, but you just couldn't stop, huh? You had to pump her full of your stinking swill until she blew a gasket.
If you are so concerned about Blair, why did you kill Guy Armitage and then try and pin it on Patrick? Nasty things like that can't stay secret for long. And they do tend to shock when they come out.
I'll give you a shot.
All right, that's enough. You take this up later in your own time. There's a girl in there who may be running out of it.
He's right. Mrs. Manning has suffered an acute ischemic stroke. A clot is blocking one of the major blood vessels in her brain.
So what does all that mean?
If your wife is to survive and hope to lead anything approaching a normal life, then we must try to dissolve that clot.
Why are you going to do that?
Well, I'd like to suggest the use of a drug, TPA. Clinical trials have found that stroke patients who were treated with TPA were more likely, 30% more likely, to recover with little or no disabilities than patients who are untreated.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
Wait, there's just one problem. In order to be effective, TPA has to be administered within 3 hours after the initial symptoms. Conversely, beginning treatment after the 3 hours could lead to a drastic increase in bleeding in the brain.
Well, Blair still has time, right?
Yes, she has time, but this decision must be made now. Right now.
Then let's do it.
I don't see that we have any other choice.
Here?
Yep. Thank you. I'm going to start the treatment immediately.